But yeah, all of that is about sort of your ego and wanting acceptance, wanting recognition, want wanting praise, wanting flattery. And and it makes sense that if you have that in your soul, it's not gonna go away easy. I think you do need, and I speak from personal experience as well. I think you need like years of like pain to like learn that lesson. I don't know. The ego can keep like interpreting things as like blaming whatever your way is, whatever your justification is that you happen to cling to. It's blaming others or thinking you're truly better, but it's just not showing up, and people need to recognize it. Blah blah blah. You're gonna keep going with that justification. If you got an ego, you're gonna big ego. You're gonna keep going with that justification for a long time. I think you do need to suffer like for years
Yeah.
before you'll finally learn that lesson. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. What do you think? I think, yeah.
Mm. It's a good question because like I both agree and disagree, and I'm not quite sure how to balance it. But I do think, that kind of resentment is poison. That kind of like they're not recognizing me, how dare they? Um, if you just hold on to that as a story, you are going to suffer, and there's not much that can be done. And I think, how do I put this? The best way to look at that, maybe from like a third person perspective. So not necessarily like, use personal experience. I have similar personal experience. It's hard to look at from your own experience. There's so much that gets in the way. But if you look at it just from like an objective viewpoint, like you're trying to do something that isn't true and isn't so like, let's say people would recognize you, but you're so painfully shy, my case, you can't really make a good case for yourself. You can't show up. You're very nervous. You get tight in the body. You can't genuinely be yourself. You're thinking about so hard about how much everybody's going to laugh at you or how dumb you're going to look or, oh man, nobody likes me. I'm such a loser. Like you're so focused on that when you try and go and connect with somebody or have a conversation with somebody you respect and they sort of blow you off, you're like, oh, they didn't see me for who I was. Well, like you can cling to that story because it makes you feel better, but life doesn't want you to cling to that story. That story
Hmm.
is not describing the problem to yourself accurately.
Hmm.
And if you were to get a solution to your problem with that story, you'd be learning the wrong lesson. And I
Yeah.
don't think I think life wants us to learn the right lesson,
Yeah.
which,
Agreed.
in my case was like, be okay with being shy. Don't hate yourself. Um, don't think everybody's immediately going to reject you, or at least notice how tight you are in your body and the kind of energy I'm sending out into the conversation and what that does to this conversation. So in that case, that's me taking responsibility for the effect I'm having on other people. Oh, hey, that's at least half the problem. And if I stop being so hard on myself, then if somebody rejects me, I'm still okay because I'm not, I'm not hating myself. I'm like, hey, I'm a decent guy. I got stuff to say. I can show up and say it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, fine. We won't talk anymore. I'll go somewhere else. But if I'm already tight and hating myself, then I'm carrying
Yeah.
that pain into every conversation. And if
Yeah.
somebody recognizes me and says, oh, hey, you're really smart, come on up, but I'm still carrying that pain, I'm
Yeah.
going to do something stupid with the ring and I'm going
Right.
to still be immature and it's going to cause all these
Right.
problems. So,
Yeah. Yeah, that's
yeah.
very good. Yeah,
Yeah.
what you bring in, it sounds almost trite to say, but yeah, what you bring into the situation really, really has an effect on the outcome. And yeah,
Yeah.
part of your personal development is what maybe being able to understand yourself enough to not to understand the effect of the things that you're bringing into the situation. So, like, say what you were just talking about, like maybe your shyness, and then the interaction now is a little awkward or something, but then you can understand instead of withdrawing more or something like that, you can understand to repair, to make a joke, to do something, uh to remember to relax, like, and to do something to repair it, to kind of go on, and not to start to get into a mental state where you start to want to turn the ring, where you want to play your trump card, your one trump card.